What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Litecoin, covering the smaller time frames as well as the bigger picture. Super excited about this coin and today's video. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. All right, so we have Litecoin here on the 8-day candlesticks, and the first thing I want to show is over 2025, we formed an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we have our left shoulder, our head, and our right shoulder here, and you can see that we're starting to come up out of that right shoulder, and I expect us to continue to break out here and start to break out through this neckline. Once we break above the neckline, that confirms that this pattern is taking place. We have the shape for it right now, but until we get that breakout, the pattern is not confirmed. So watch for a breakout above $131. Once we break that level, I do expect a big increase on Litecoin. So that's the immediate future here for Litecoin. I am watching for that breakout very soon, and I do see a lot of reasons to be bullish here in the immediate future. I personally see crypto as being very strong throughout the rest of 2025 and into November and December, so I expect that breakout to happen very soon. Now, if we jump down to the daily candlesticks, we also see a pretty clear ABC correction here with wave A, wave B, and wave C. So we've already had a 5-wave impulse right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is our ABC correction down. So that means we're starting another bullish impulse here on Litecoin. We do have a bull flag as well that we broke bullish out of, and now we're pulling back a little bit to come back down to support before another push higher. So this is a pretty typical Elliott wave structure. This is a subwave count right here for a bigger picture wave 3 because we already have wave 1 and wave 2 right here. So that means that these are the subwaves of wave 3, and it's just a subwave inside of wave 3. So if we pull this out right here, you can see wave 3 is going to be pretty big here. It should take us up above this resistance level right here, and these are the subwaves inside of wave 3. So that means this will be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 inside of a bigger picture, wave 3 for Litecoin. So it should look something like this, right? As we break out for wave 3, we're going to finish these subwaves all the way up to a new local high and up through this resistance and really confirm that inverse head and shoulders pattern. So that's cool with Elliott waves. You can count the waves inside of waves. We see those waves pretty clearly here on Litecoin with wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 in that ABC down. And we also see pretty clearly that we already finished a wave 1, a wave 2 right here, and we're getting ready for that 3 wave. In fact, we're already doing it. And that's what this whole bullish Elliott wave impulse right here and the subsequent correction that came afterwards is the subwaves inside of this bigger picture wave 3 on Litecoin. So now if we go out to a bigger time frame, if we zoom out a little bit more here, we also see a big ABC correction in the bigger picture. So we have wave A right here, wave B, and wave C, and now we're starting to bottom out down here after that big ABC correction. And now I expect a big breakout out of this range down here as we start to bottom out and see bullish structure here on Litecoin. So again, watch for a breakout up through our local resistance here, which should take us up to the moon in the near future for this coin. Now, if we zoom out even more, Litecoin does look a lot like Nvidia. This is something I've talked about a lot in my Litecoin videos, as well as my live streams on YouTube. We see a very clear accumulation pattern on Litecoin in the bigger picture. So here is NVIDIA over here on the right and Litecoin over here on the left. And you can see the same exact accumulation pattern on Litecoin currently that NVIDIA did back in the day. So be watching for a pretty big breakout in the bigger picture here for Litecoin as well as we continue to bottom out and start to follow this bullish fractal that NVIDIA did early on in its accumulation. You can also see that this is the 15-day candlesticks for NVIDIA and the 15-day candlesticks for Litecoin. So even though it's not exactly the same amount of time, it's a very similar accumulation pattern, both in time and in structure. So as we continue to break out here on Litecoin and push up through our local resistance, we should be having a pretty big breakout here in the bigger picture that can easily take us up to a new all-time high and into price discovery for this coin. And price discovery is pretty cool. That's when you're discovering new prices that you've never been at before, and the price of that asset just continually breaks out and goes higher and higher. This is what happens when markets break major all-time high levels. Sometimes they correct, but it's usually pretty short-lived, and they tend to pump really, really hard for a really long time and go into price discovery. The other thing that I really like about Litecoin here is how similar the volume is to NVIDIA. As you can see, we have a big spike in volume right here on Litecoin and a really big spike right here, and then another big spike in volume right here. And if you look at NVIDIA, it really did the same thing. A big spike right here, another big spike right here, and another big spike right here. So even the volume looks very similar on Litecoin to NVIDIA. So I believe we will see a big run on Litecoin. It looks virtually identical to NVIDIA, and that should lead to a big parabolic run for this coin that will be very profitable and very lucrative. So be watching for that in the bigger picture, as well as a breakout of that inverse head and shoulders pattern on the smaller time frame as well. So yeah, overall, I'm super bullish on Litecoin. I expect big things coming, both in the smaller time frame as well as the bigger picture. And there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this coin. I'm personally very excited about it, and I get a lot of requests for this coin. You guys always want me to cover it. There's a big community even still. So be ready for some very profitable moves in the near future, as well as the bigger picture. And yeah, it's definitely a good setup. So definitely consider looking into this project and into this coin. There's a lot of big institutions buying it, Grayscale, and a lot of accumulation happening. It's definitely a top volume project, and it's one I believe is pretty much a guarantee for a big bull run coming soon. So yeah, I'm super bullish on this coin, very excited about the future for it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.